They gave us a $200 credit towards staying at a bed and breakfast the night that we had to sleep.
Well, let's hope this thing is on and not actually picking up too much background noise. Good evening. It's a Sunday evening. Well, I suppose it's not quite evening yet. Mind you, it depends on where you are in the world, I suppose. And we are playing PC Building Simulator. Once again, it's been about maybe a month and a half since I've last played this title. Things have changed. For example, we now have these. So yeah, that wasn't there last time, and I think yeah, we can actually change monitors now. So we've got keyboards, we've got monitors, we have the mice. So yeah, we do have options. And I think in this particular stream, my intention is not just to for example, change out the computers that we're actually building or repairing or whatever we need to do to them. I think there's a couple of computers to repair to start with, then we've got a build coming up. But also, I think I need to start looking at getting some components for mine, because, I mean, that is a terrible, terrible PC. And how can we have a terrible PC if we are supposed to be repairing PCs and building PCs and we're supposed to be the best of the best, or whatever else we're supposed to say? So, let's get on with it. I have no idea where we were in May when we last played, so let's have a look. This one. A student at astrolab.gov.uk. Okay. I didn't notice this email address. I'm not sure the UK government would be happy with that one. But, well, so be it. K. Kelly has some sort of problem. It says PC can boot OS, diagnose and fix. So let's have a look over here. In fact, let's switch on the lights. That'd be a good start. This one right here. So really bad burning smell, and now it won't turn on. Is it okay that it's so dusty? So I think I've already cleaned out the dust on it. Yes, I've already cleaned out the dust. Now I cannot remember. Yeah, I've had it so that it's not... Well, hold on. It's not powering up because I haven't... Ah, yes, power supply. It was a dead power supply. That's what it was. So what were the specs on this computer? Let's have a look. Power supply. We had a 250 and a 350. That's what it was. So this one had a... Yeah, both had power supplies that needed replacement. So if I can just go up to the PC stats. We've got... the... Well, it doesn't tell me which one was which. Oh, that's a problem. I cannot remember what was on what. I think it was the 3... Well, let's buy them anyway. Let's have a look at the shop. Oh, we've got things in the cart. We've got a lot of things in the cart. Now I'm trying to remember what we were doing last time that I've got all of this. The 350 I think goes in the authors. The 250 goes in K. Kelly's. I suppose the budget will tell us. 100. 120. That's not telling me much. And I think it was actually... Yeah, we've already got this one going. This is the one for League of Legends. So I've just tried to get a bunch of stuff on it, and I think what we're going to do is we're just going to buy it and then see. Oh yeah, we were after... That's what we were after. A case, and we wanted to know... Beyond the case, what was it? We wanted to know something else. I can't remember anymore. No, we've got the case. I think we've got everything. Power supply. And new power supply for this we don't have. We were probably trying to do the maths on working out whether we could actually do this. So we've got a budget of 800. If we look at will it run, it says minimum spec for League of Legends. There we go. So after 4 gigabytes of RAM, 4 gigabytes of video RAM, 12 gigabytes of storage, an i5 6600, and an AMD Radeon RX 570. What we've been looking at here is the... Right, so we've got the processor, we've got the graphics card, we've got the RAM, we've got the hard drive, we've got the power supply, we've got that. No, we've got everything. We have actually got everything. So we are going to buy this and see what we can do. So we'll just switch that off. I suppose we'll shut the PC down, although you're not supposed to shut it down like that. And we shall walk out. End day. Go to next day. Let's see how this stream goes. Today. If it starts going well, I'll keep going. If it doesn't, well, I won't. So we've got all the parts there. I'm going to leave that empty case right now because we're going to have to put it up on the shelf. Ooh, a bit of lag. Do that. Switch that on, and let's just go ahead and get this sorted out. So you had the 350, I believe. I'm only guessing this now. This could end up having 2 very, very bad reviews because we've just forgotten what's supposed to go where. Oop, come on. In everything goes. Is that everything? That's... yeah, I think that's everything. Hard drives, everything connected. Yeah, let's just cable it up. Just to make sure. try and power it on. Hopefully it boots. It boots. So I'm going to just put these panels back on. I have to say, I do like this case. I do like this Cooler Master case. Apart from the colour of it, I'm not a fan of white cases in general. Should we just do a quick virus scan on this? Just to make sure. You never know. No, everything's quite happily done. Right. You're ready to go. I shall pick this up. Pop this here. And here goes the League of Legends one. There we go. That's the League of Legends build. Right. Yours requires the 250 power supply. Okay. Apparently that's all it takes. We'll just hook all of this up then. That's a bad thing to hook up first. But, you know. What was that I was hooking up? Where were those cables coming from? Oh, that must have been from the outside. Never mind. Never mind. Right. Let's try and power this one up now. With the double fan. No RAM. Ah, this has got broken RAM too. Okay. Fine. So you've got some Team Force RAM. Okay, hold on. What was it again? Memory. Dark red 2666, 8 gig. Let's put that order through straight away. So that's an interesting one. No, not you. It's the Team Group one. T-Force 8 gig. That one. Alright, we'll stick that into the cart as well. And then we shall... I suppose we'll wait for anything else. In the meantime, let's get rid of the other PC. This one. Incomplete case. Incomplete case. Oh dear. Can I just stick you... I can't stick you anyway. Can I just... What's incomplete about this? Oh, don't tell me it's that stupid PCI cover thingy. Probably is as well. Oh no, it's a PSU mount. Okay. Apparently this thing has a PSU mount. Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? There we go. Alright. I was wondering it was a little bare, but still. Could be worse. Right, now. Hopefully, like I said, I cannot remember. Oh no, that was the right PSU that needs to go into that. So we'll discard that. We'll pop this build. So we've got a brand new computer going in there. RAM waiting for that one. So we're not going to... Right, let's not do anything else right now. Let's build this computer. There we go, right. Let's have a look. Get rid of the shroud. Take off the back part of the computer too. The back panel or the other side panel. Take off the silly PCI locks that I completely don't like. So we'll get rid of that. We'll get rid of the front panel as well. So we've got an open computer. Caledonian Productions, good evening. Hopefully you are doing well. Nice to see you on board. PC Building Simulator, and we're having an interesting... Why do I have a 6400? Where did I get that from? And why don't I have a motherboard? What have I done? What did I do last time that I've really messed this up? Right, let me just get a really basic motherboard now. I've got an Intel processor, so I need a cheap one that can give me an Intel processor. That one. That one will have to do. Oh wait, no. I need to check what RAM did I get. What was the speed of the RAM? 2400, yeah, 2666. I'll tell you what, that will do. Add that to cart, so that's what I need. Let's have a look at the emails and try and figure a couple of things out. So, this one's expired, so we'll get rid of it. This one we're working on. Yeah, power cable, thank you. That one we're working on, that's the PC that we're currently making. This one, I'm pretty sure I managed to break something. Can you diagnose what's wrong with it? I slipped and fell on the PC, made a nasty noise. I'm confused about something. Bad experiences where people haven't properly benchmarked changes. You've broken something. I don't think you need benchmarks. Just going to point that out. PC's broken. Can you have a look at it for me? I think I rammed the RAM. Get it? I reckon because the RAM vents look clogged. 150 for some RAM problems? I could probably take that. We've got a new PC. Oh look, we've got 2 new PCs. With quite a lot of budget. Oh, I like this. I like this. I tell you what, we'll accept that. Right, we've got a couple of fixes that we need. So, right, we can't do this one just yet because we're out of yeah, this is it. This is happening now. This is definitely happening for us. So, let's buy the parts that we need to buy. And we will... I don't know whether we should take 1 or 2 of them. If I can take that one... If I can take that one, that should be... Let's do that. And... do we have water cooling? I should check the shop. Do we have water cooling? And it wants all in one, so... Please tell me we have AIOs. We do. We have absolute basic AIOs. Okay. So with absolute basic AIOs, that's an interesting one. I mean... It's given three grand. Should we accept it? I mean, I guess we could manage it. I don't have time anymore. Can you help? It has to get 2294 in benchmarks. I mean, that doesn't tell me much. Give me a PC that has 2294. What do you want it for? That's the kind of thing. I don't know. Well, we'll wait for that one. We will definitely wait for that one. That one's coming along. This one I'm just going to reject because this is just sounds stupid. It's probably something really simple, but I'm not going to bother with it. And yeah, let's just sort out the rest of these things. Now, we can't actually buy the parts for this yet because we need to order these things in. Should I just go for the same day delivery so we can get it all out the way and done? I think we should. There we go. Perfect. Now let's build this computer. And it's going to take a while. Yeah, it's going to take a while. And hopefully I've got all the parts for it. And again, I would not put a motherboard in like this. I would put... Well, first of all, I'd be lying it flat. That's one thing. Top tip, lay your computer flat. You don't want to be pushing upon it. Right, let's get the CPU in. Is that a texture on that? Or is it... Yeah, it is a texture. I was wondering whether it's a texture or some sort of... What kind of map have they put on it? We'll stick that in. There we go. Don't forget to thermal paste it. Again, not the order you should be doing this in, but it seems to... It seems like they want that. We'll put it in the second one, actually. There we go. Next up, we will... I suppose we should put the cooler on. Where's the cooler? Apparently we have 2 of these. I didn't know that. This is terrible. Right, where's that going to go? It's a dual slot. I think I'll put it up there, so I'll remove you and you, and it should slot in. There we go, perfect. Okay, what options do we have here? We've got HDMI, DisplayPort, 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 and the old what do you call them? Come on, brain, use your brain, use your brain. The monitor, not VGAs, serial, whatever it is. Why can I? Just out of practice. You can go in there, I guess. There we go. Slot that back in. So we've got RAM, graphics card, motherboard. This has space for a disk drive. That's cool. But we don't buy disk drives, do we? I don't think we do. Right, power supply. Stick one of those in. Nice Cooler Master 550 bronze. That's what we're after. And we will cable things up. Semi-modular. It's a bit all over the place. It's doing some weird cabling. It certainly is doing really weird cabling. Yeah, definitely doing weird cabling. Alright, where's the power button? Is it not? Hold on. Where's the front panel for the case? Put that on. There we go, there's the power button. Hook that in. This is really messy. I would never run cabling like this. Is that everything? I think that's everything. I really do. So what I'm going to do is I'll hook these all up. And I think I'm well within budget. It was 800 and something. I went at 798. Was it 800? And actually, it might have just been bang on 800. So we're just below it. We'll stick on the USB drive. We'll also stick on the shroud for the PSU, like so. And can we fit? Do you think we could stick a fan on the front? No. Alright, well, I guess that's going to sort of do like that. Don't think that's how it's supposed to be, but whatever. Whilst this flashing stuff on, I will stick the case panels back on. That was an easy build. That was actually quite an easy build. So I'm surprised. Cool. And what's left? How do we put that one on? There we go. Get that lock in place. At least you don't have to remove things. I just don't like this whole idea of things sticking out the back. And that PC is ready to go. That's the second build we've had. Should we see if this customer is happy with it? Cost 1,000 for it almost. That's pretty good. It's actually pretty good. Oh, we got more bits and parts. Corsair 4 series, some SSDs, and we've got another graphics card. Also with this one, let's stick the new RAM in and see if that solves our problem. PC boots. It says diagnose and fix. Inferior PSU installed. Rubbish. It's not the right PSU. It's not the right PSU. Of course it's not the right PSU. Why would it be the right PSU? Right. Let's order up the right PSU. It would have been a Sheen Power King 350. But why do I have one of them in my inventory? There. Right, okay. Let's get a 350. I don't know what the 250 is going to do now, so we'll just Leave that in cart. That's $40. We'll remove that, and how do I remove? Yeah, can I just not just rip it all out? Would that not just be easy? There we go. Okay. Let's get the new PC. This one here. What are we after? We have a budget of so we'll take away the 50. Basically everything take away 50. We're looking for World of Warcraft recommended spec. Okay, World of Warcraft recommended spec. So what do we need for World of Warcraft on its recommended spec? This is what we've got. AMD Radeon R9 290s. I don't particularly like the AMD ones at that point, but if we've got that, if we can take it, we'll take it. 2 gig RAM, 4 gig VRAM, 6 gig storage, a 6500, and $3,000 budget. That's a lot. That is actually a lot. So let's go through this to start with. We'll start with our CPU. We'll start with our CPU. Let's see what we've got. They don't have the new Ryzens, which are actually a lot better than the Intel ones now. But we're looking for a 6500. i5 6500. That. Okay, so let's try and budget around, because I'm pretty sure we can do far better than this. So the 6500 is going to cost us 165. Let's bump that up to a 6600K. Is there anything else we can go for? No, you know what? Let's go right up to a 6700K. So we'll go, that's 250 to start with. So we'll start with 250. Let's forget the cooling right now. Memory wise, depending on the case we're getting, I want to get memory that sort of matches around with the case a bit. A shame we don't have things like Kingston memory or anything like that. That would be nice. And obviously a team group is the ones that I have. I guess Corsair is the one to go for here. It only requires 2 gigabytes of RAM. I'm going to put in 2 8GB sticks. And let's put in 2 8GB sticks. So that's going to go well above and beyond. So that's 190. So far we're at 440. We've got the CPU, we've got the RAM. Storage wise, I'm thinking of putting in an SSD. Simple SSD, nothing too special. So we'll just put in the 120GB SSD. Should be absolutely fine. That's always upgradable, so nothing to worry about there. So at 530 already. We're looking for the motherboard. The motherboard is now going to be important. We need something that can take the 1151s. So we're not looking for the chipsets for we're not looking for the AM4 sockets or anything like that. And our chipset doesn't really matter. I'm thinking 1151. This gigabyte one that goes in a micro ATX. I suppose we can go for a little bit bigger. This MSI one doesn't look too bad at all. Good upgradability. It's quite big. Got your lighting, you've got everything you need. It's a gaming PC. So let's have a look. For 175 on that, we're at about $705 right now. So we've got the CPU, we've got the motherboard, we've got the memory, we've got the storage. Really, we just need a case, power supply, graphics card and cooling. We're well beyond what we need. Right, so we're looking for the R9 290s. Now the R9 290s, if I look at the benchmarks, over here, you'll see that the R9290s are somewhere around here. There they are. R9290s. So realistically, if we go for a 980 or something, then we should be in a really good position. So I think I'm going to jump in for a 980 if we can find one. There we go. And since we're with MSI, we might as well stick with the MSI. Whatever they are. What are these things called again? MSI graphics cards. Thank you. Well done, brain. And that should be definitely better than the Radeon R9 290s, because you can see that these ones, 290s again. Let me just show you. There we go, 13th, the DFL Radeon R9 290 with a score of 2562, whilst the MSI 980 Ti Gaming right up there with 3129. So I think we can go for, do we want to go for the LE? I think forget the LE, let's just go, what's the price difference? 435. We might as well just go for that one right there. So we can just put that in. That's now plus 495, so we're at about 1,200 currently, plus the $50 for another computer. We're at 1,200. We have 2,750 to spend, and we're at 1,200 already. I think I'm going to put some more storage in. I am actually going to add in, unfortunately there's no Western Digital drives or anything like that, but I am going to put in, let's change our storage from that to the 240. Actually, what's the difference to the 480? No, we'll put in the 240, so that adds in an additional £15. So if we go here and get rid of, oh no, we've got the 240, yeah, 240, 120, so we'll get rid of that one. There we go. So check, that's for somebody else. So at 1,215, you need an SSD for your games. I need an SSD for my games, Lord Lemonator. I run off a Western Digital black hard drive. I have an SSD for my operating system, but I have a hard drive for my games. Have not got SSDs at the moment. I just need a lot of storage space. I need another hard drive. I'm running out of space. So we've got that. Let's actually put in a hard drive sort of for, well, it just says gaming, so alright, let's come back to that. Let's go to cases. Cases. Let's have a look. Does MSI have one? You never know. You don't know what these lot do now. They start coming out with all sorts. No, they don't. We'll go for an NZXT case. I quite like some of the NZXT cases. Oh no, well, there you go, I told you. I thought MSI might have one. Let's get ourselves the MSI case, because we've got a lot of MSI components. So we'll add 130 for the MSI case. That's about 1345, looking at that. So 1345, that's the case done. We're left with the power supply, that's the one we need. We can go for, what power supply should we go for? I think the TX550M should be the one that we should go for. Fits in an ATX, semi-modular, so that should be alright. Yeah, let's go for this one, 80. We need more power supply options. 1425. Okay, now all we're left to do is cooling and cooling. That's it. Interesting. And we've still got it says 2,700. That's what we can go for. Right. Well, let's get some nice coolers. Should we try the Cooler Master? No, let's not. Let's not do that. Let's go for a nice, let's still go for a fan cooler. One of the air-cooled ones. That's not great. That's really bad airflow. We're looking for fairly good airflow here. I mean, 67 CFM is really not that good airflow either. If there's anything that's in the 80s or hundreds, there you go. That's pretty good. There's an 80 right there. Yeah, let's go for the 80. We've already got one, that's fine. But we'll add that onto the cost anyway, so we'll say it's $33. So at 1458. And now let's go for some case fans. I suppose you can't beat Corsair's case fans at the moment. Well, I suppose you could with those, but let's go ahead and get a couple of ML. Let's get 2 ML120s. Should do the trick. Now let's get 1, 2, 3. 3 ML120s, and we'll see what we have on that. So that's 1533. We've still got a lot. Unless I've forgotten something, we've got a lot of money that we could spend on this computer. Let's have a look at the shop and our carts. Forget that power supply. CPU, check. Memory, check. Motherboard, check. Graphics card, check. Storage, check. Case, check. Power supply, check. Fans, check. That's everything. I don't see... I'll tell you what, we'll add in some secondary storage for you. For 130, we'll add in a Barracuda 4TB hard drive. For 130, that's the budget you've given me. 1663. But yeah, that's working nicely for me. And because we've got that, let's just go ahead and do same day delivery, build it all up, and get it sorted, I suppose. Is there any point doing same day delivery? No, let's do next day delivery. And let's order it and see what happens. Right, so that computer is now ready to go. I'm still not sure about what on earth that one wants. Switch off the computer. And let's go to the next day. It should be nice and easy. In fact, it is nice and easy. Can't believe we've just spent 1,000 less than what they wanted. Right, so where are we? We're here. Yeah, we've got a diagnose. We've got a computer that's come in. We've got all of these. Oh, I should have had a look at what that one has. And yeah, let's just go to work. There we go. There's our case. There's all of that stuff. We'll pop the case on here. Look at that case, looking good. Switch on our computer. Do that. We'll pop in the new power supply. You want the 350 in there. We'll cable you up, ensuring everything is cabled. There we go. GPU's in. That's in. Is that everything? Possibly. Let's start this PC up. It seems like it's running. We will put the side panels back on. That PC's ready to go. Awesome. That's looking good. Now it's becoming more of PC building simulator and less of PC having to repair simulator. Although we still have this one to diagnose right here. Oh gee, I wonder what's wrong with this one. I think this one's kind of obvious what the first problem is. What's that cooler in there? That's a nice cooler. Alright, let's go ahead and... Incomplete case. Oh, not again. Done it again. Well, level 8, we could, in theory, build this, but it's going to cost us $4,000. What's missing on this case? PSU mount. So, these things are annoying, they are. I don't have a PSU mount on my case. Just bolts in. Easy. Why add all these really weird bits and bobs? Well, I think that's everything. Now let's try again. Yeah, collect. PC died for no reason, but they fixed it and they gave it a good clean. Yes, we did. That's 479 in, which that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Right, let's get on with the, what do you call it? This computer. But let's actually have a look at what else we have. So, this is being worked on. This one, we've got something about RAM. We'll probably have a look at it. This one is... Wait, which one's being worked on? Oh, right, okay. Yeah, no, that's being worked on. So, what's yours? Yours is done. That's why we've done that one. We've done that one. There we go. This one, I just don't understand. I don't understand what they want. Ollie, Ollie, Ollie. Why? He's Irish. Hi, it's me again. Been really happy with the PC you've built, even though me mam was heated about it. Lol, should have spent it on something useful instead. She never gets technology, says it's a waste of time. But she won't be the one saying that once I'm earning the big MLG prize money. Anyway, I've saved up to make it faster. Could you upgrade it so I can get more FPS in League? There's a tournament I want to enter. Wish me luck. That was a terrible accent, but there you go. I don't listen to Irish people. 600 for a 3D Mark score of 3000. This is the one we just built. Oh boy. Here we go. Van Cleef is back in. Oh boy. And another fix. Oh, we can't do that one because we don't have the rating for it. It's a shame. Right, okay, well, in that case, what we will do is... I don't want to do this one because it makes no sense to me. In fact, what I could do... This needs a 3D Mark score of 3000. What I can do is I can grab this computer, check what its specs were, see what the 3D Mark score is, and then just copy it on this. That could potentially work. That would be interesting. Try that. Let's get this PC. Let's get these two PCs done first, though. Right, we'll come back to you. First of all, let's clean up this one. Antec case. Nice Antec cases. Let's give it a bit of the weird compressed air thing. Just all over the place. There we go. Anything? That's fully cleaned. Look at that. That's exactly how you clean a PC. Not. Can you fix my PC? It said something about RAM. Okay. Just to double check. Wow, that's a terrible texture. That is a really terrible texture for the PS2 port. I miss seeing those ports on some computers. Some computers just don't have them anymore. Yeah, just to check. I just want to see if it is the RAM. Should say no RAM. Error, no RAM. Good. Ooh, that's fancy. AX370 Gaming 5. That's definitely not what I have. My one doesn't light up. My one's very old. It's still running the code on it. The, what do you call it? The chipset. This is a X370. Mine is a Z87. Right, well, I suppose we can just replace the RAM on this thing. What is this? One of these ADATA Premier Series 8GB RAM. Yeah, let's just put an order through for it. That's it. Done. Yep, that's it. That's that one. Easy as pie. Now, let's go ahead. While that is sort of open, let's actually fix this one. Oh, it comes with a Corsair fan as well. Very nice. Very, very nice. Didn't realise these MSI ones would come with a Corsair fan. That's why I bought an extra one. Although we do have these, so I suppose we could put the 3 there. And do we really need one at the top? I would recommend putting one at the top. Although, where's the... Oh yeah, there are vents for us to get rid of some stuff. So I could get rid of that one, put 2 there and 1 up there, or something of the sort. Something of the sort. Let's just get this computer built. Motherboard. MSI. Motherboard for an MSI case. Could you imagine if the MSI motherboard did not fit in the case? That'd be embarrassing. So is that a CPU shroud? I don't think it is. Oh, it's not a removable shroud. It is a cover. I like these 2 chamber designs. My computer, this one that I'm playing on, doesn't actually have the whole two sort of chamber design. It's just has the PSU just sitting at the bottom. Right, so we could put... There is where we're going to put the SSD. There is where we're going to put the hard drive. Might as well pop them in now. So we'll stick the SSD in there. We'll stick the hard drive in there. There we go. That's pretty good. Right, that should be easy cabling. I suppose... Yeah, let's pop... Again, not the way we should be doing this, but... there we go. Stick you in. Maybe water cooling would have been a good idea. I don't know. I don't know at all. We will use slots 2 and 4 in this one. And we'll stick some of the Dominator RAM in. There we go. Very nice, very nice. So we've got Corsair RAM, Corsair. So we've got Corsair components and MSI components. That's pretty good. This one will get rid of... Oh. Why? Why with the PC? I hope the next case I end up getting doesn't have a PCI lock, because it's annoying. Graphics card. I mean, it doesn't look the greatest with the colour, but I am pretty sure I can make this look good with the colour. Given that it has this orange, I think I can make this look good. Not 100% certain, but I think I can. Right. Might as well stick the PCI lock back on, because we're not actually installing anything else. It's a shame we can't like install a sound blaster or something like that. That would be awesome to install. Right. That's done, that's done, that's done. Power supply still needs to be done. I suppose I might as well just stick the power supply now. TX550. Again, they generally go upside down. It's strange, but that's just how it goes. And oh, beauty panels. Oh, okay. I didn't know that there was that. Fine. PC can play World of Warcraft recommended spec. I feel like that is at its recommended spec now. Oh, please don't tell me I checked out minimum spec. No, 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 no. Don't tell me I've done that. Check, 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 check. No, wait, graphics card. No. That should have been... It's 6. It's 6. This should be able to run it. This should definitely be able to run it. Right. Let's get the fans in. Case fans we'll put... Right, we've got 4... Oh no, we've got the SP120s. Let's put these in up top. Okay, apparently we can't. Remove the top panel first. Alright, let's try that again. Let's... No, not... You're an SP120, right? Yeah. No. Let's put these 2 in. There we go. That's... pulling... That's pushing air out. That's fine. That is an exhaust. I'd want those ones at the front to be intakes, though. That's important. Oh, actually, I tell you what, why not? Let's just stick in all 3 at the top. Yeah, that will do. So we've got 3 intakes, 4 exhausts. That should give us a nice negative pressure in there. And the exhausts are, because the hot air rises, so it's pulling it out. That's running. That's good for me. Yep, that, to me, that looks like that's good design. Right, let's go ahead and look at the cabling. Now, to make this look right, I'm going to use sleeved black cables. Oh, that's horrible. That is genuinely horrible, the way they do the cabling. I just wish the cabling wasn't like that. Do that. You go there. Fan hub there. You connect up to the fan hub. Where's the fan hub? Ah, there it is. Love it. This is a great one to connect all these up. Right, we can just use that as a jump. There we go. Oh, that's not, again, not the greatest connection. Can we not plug those into a hub? Apparently not. We'll just bring those up there, though. Because I don't want the cabling to be... Why would I press power on computer? Makes no sense. And then that can connect to the power supply too, to give power to the motherboard. I mean, it looks okay. It does look okay. And we will stick the drive in. Cable everything else up. 1, 2, nope. 2, I said. 3. Okay. Let's boot this up. Oh, that... Wait, why is that not connected? I don't have the lights connected on that. Why? Unless they weren't RGB. Now wait, they're supposed to be RGB. Well, let's put on lighting. No, 3D mark as well. In the meantime, put on that side panel, because we shouldn't need to access any of this anymore. And no, we'll put on a... Actually, no, that's about right. Yeah, that'll do. Restart. Restart. Okay, now let's double check the lighting setup. Apparently these don't have lights. I didn't realise that. I thought they did. Let me check. Case fans. Oh no, apparently they don't. That's fine. Don't have to have lights on them. They're not super important. Although I'm curious as to why I can't find the SPs anymore. I'm very, very confused. Why can I not find those ones? Unless I have to take them off all the cases I get. But there we go, right. So, the... Apparently the Dominators don't have lighting either. That's fine. What we'll do is we will take a look at this one. 255, 165. So we'll go 165. Apply that. And this as well, we'll do the same thing. Apparently we can't. Okay, that's fine. But this one we can. 165. Get rid of that. There we go. And we'll have it breathing. Let's have it breathing. A bit faster perhaps. Let's apply all of that. Apply that. Let's have a look at it. It looks a little bit better. I mean, I don't know what that one exactly is. I suppose if we switch off the lights and have a look at this, we could do with, I think we could probably do with maybe more orangey colours. So we'll do that. All three of you. Let's get ourselves more orange into it. Perhaps not that. Take a look. No, that's a bit too much red now. Still too much red. That's orange. I mean, I suppose that matches. That's very dull. It's very, very dull, unfortunately. But there we go. That's that computer done, I think. In fact, I'll tell you what, we could probably take a screenshot of this particular computer. Yeah, let's zoom out just a little bit. There we go. That can be a screenshot of that particular computer. Switch it off. Work on the PC. Put in the side panel. That makes everything even more dull for some bizarre reason. I think the transparency doesn't work properly on it. But I think we're fairly happy with that. Switch that light back on and send this one out. No, missing parts. What's missing? What do you mean it's missing parts? What's missing? What's missing? I don't know. Processors in, that's in, that's in, that's in. So what missing parts do we have? Fine. Oh well, I know what it is. That's interesting. I've done that. I'm surprised that that actually worked. I am very clever. I am surprised that that actually worked. But so be it. Guess what? We just ran a computer without. Yeah, well done. It's alright though. It's all part of the parcel. I'm gonna put this horrible one in. Right, now again we've got to check if it boots. There we go. Check if it boots, which it does. While we do that, we'll close it up. There you go. It boots. Now, I wonder how much I'll get for this. Because, like I said, my budget was 2,700. I spent 1,000 and something. So, maximum I could get would be over 3,000. 3,200. But for what I spent, I only get... yeah. Not much. Fine. What's this? Hyper 212 LED Turbo. What is that? I need to find it. I need to find out. Cooler Master. Is it a case? No. Power supply? No. They don't do any of that. A fan, perhaps. It could be a CPU fan. Cooler Master. Hyper LED Turbo. Look at that. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Well, there's that. given that nobody's actually watching right now, I mean, is there really any point in me actually streaming currently? Perhaps not. I could do a couple of other recordings or something of the sort. So I'll tell you what, we have done one of these builds, or actually we've done 2 builds. We've built 2 computers today. We're not going to... Right, we've got some new RAM coming in. This guy's computer, I'm not sure what to do with his. He's got a hard drive that's broken. We could probably just go out straight out and replace it. It's one of those 2. I wouldn't know which. So I guess I can't buy it until I know which one it is. And should we take this to end the stream off? Just a 1-hour stream, really. I guess I probably should. Actually, no, we've got $4,000. I'll tell you what we will do is we'll get this one sorted and see what comes up on the next day to end the stream anyway. So we'll... Oh, actually, I haven't ordered the part. How about ordering the part first? That would be helpful. A tablet would also be helpful, especially just for ordering. Or, you know, upgrading my own PC. Let's grab that one. Just sort that out. Thank you. And let's see what we've got. End day. Taking its time. No, don't skip day. Go to work. That's a lot of boxes for just some RAM. Right. There we go. Let's pop the new RAM in. Where did it go? There we go. That's the slot that it's ready in. And let's try and boot the PC. Should work. In theory. Yep. Works. Here you go. Job done. It's nice and easy. Nice Antec case as well, again, like I said. So we'll get them to collect their PC, which is yours there. Thank you. I don't know why they give 4 stars. I mean, everything's done, so, you know, I'm not sure why they give 4 stars. I'm still not sure about that. We've got those new parts. Right, what do we have? I have no idea what this is, so I don't really care. Oh, that's that guy. The Ravager, yeah, it's that guy. Something's broken. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that one, but look at this. Here we go. Now we're talking. New computers. Dual graphics cards. Yeah, this is good. Right. Your mate's PC benchmarks 6535, so you want at least that. And he wants an AMD. Okay. That'd be interesting. This one's an interesting one. Motoni, I don't know what. Obsidian 650, 750D, that's... Hang on a second. That's my case. I think. Yeah, that's my case. That's awesome. That's my computer case. Tell you what I'm going to do. Let's save. I'm just going to save this game right here. Just obviously save it as YouTube. And I'm going to go to the main menu. And we're going to go to the main menu, and I'm just going to go to free build. I just want to see what components are in here. Let's have a look. Okay, yeah, we've already done that one. You go away. You, I don't really care about. Your computer, yeah, just you shut up. Right. Here. Give me a case. did not realise we had a 750D here. It doesn't let me pick one. Why does it not let me pick a 750D? There it is. Yeah. That is actually that's my case. I'm looking at my case, although I don't have that. Do I have that at the back? No. The back of my case is slightly different. The back of... Actually, no. That is what the back of my case is like. Yeah. That's awesome. That is actually awesome. Okay, so to end this stream, I guess I am going to... They're not beauty panels. I have a CD drive or DVD drive on one of those. We can put 2 fans there. I have a water cooling block there. Hard drives and SSDs at the back. Hard drive there. This is so cool. This is my own case. Well, that's going to be an awesome way to end. It reminds me, I need to open this up and clean it. I have bigger fans in my one. Staring at it right now. This should also have a lighting strip that you can put all the way around. That's something they need to add, because my one has a lighting strip all the way around. But yeah, this is bizarre. I didn't even know this case was in the title. I didn't know the case was in this title. I've got an SSD in there, in that slot there. I've got a Samsung SSD, which again, I don't think we can get the Samsung ones. Can we? No. I suppose this gives me an idea of what I want to do. What can I fit in mind? So I would probably want to put one of those in there. Is that where I've got it? I'm just looking down now. 1, 2... No, I've got it on the bottom one. Don't have it there. Get rid of that. It's in there. It's on... So now I'm just planning my own PC. That's pretty much all I'm doing. I have... So my power supply is a Corsair RM... They don't have the RM series, do they? Yes, they do. I have an RM850. Yep, I have an older RM850, should I say. It's much older. But I do have an RM... Hang on a second. Do they show all of them up here, then? They... Yeah, they do. They do show all of them up here. It just takes a... It's just a bit weird where they are. Yeah, so I've got the RM850, which is fine. If I was to upgrade, I would probably upgrade to the... I don't think I'll go up to that one because... space-wise, actually, I've got the space. Yeah, I'm looking down. I'm thinking I have got the space for it, but... Let's just stick the 850 in because I don't use anywhere near 850. Yeah, I don't have the secondary... So I've taken this out because I don't need it. So I just basically got rid of that one. There we go, and that's what I'm left with. And it's so much easier because I can also get rid of that. We can actually stick a second fan there if I wanted to. But then I can just run cables out of here. That's pretty much the idea. Over on this side, yeah, I've got these. I can take these all off. This is where I've got, like I said, we need to have CD drives and stuff because I've definitely got one of those in. But what I will also do is I'm gonna rip the ML140 out. Although I do have that, I don't have an LED one, but so I want to eventually swap these all out for LEDs. I've got a radiator up there. And my motherboard is not here because my motherboard is an 87, as I said. My motherboard is a Z87, which we're not going to have. So I suppose I should be looking for whatever the next motherboard that I'd probably want would be, which is probably going to be the 370 chipsets or something. Z370, maybe even, I mean, yeah, I think the Z370 chipset's what I'm going to be after. I need to have a look at what kind of motherboard I'd want. At the moment, I've got the Gigabyte ones. I would probably be looking at an EVGA. Personally, I think, because I quite like the whole EVGA things. MSI wouldn't be too bad. And it would be a full size. It would be a full size motherboard. The whole SATX. So, oh, this is difficult. I mean, the Asus ones would be interesting to get, I suppose. I have this thing about trying to make sure everything matches, and getting a whole bunch of different ones does annoy me. Only X470s, no. It's also, I suppose I could go for that one. That one's not bad. Is that all lights? I don't particularly like the colour. I'm just thinking whether those are all lights. I like this one. I do like this one, but it's an AM4 socket. And I don't think I'm going to be going for the AM5s when they're around. That's nice. That's nice. LJ 2066 though, I'm not going to get one of those. They're too expensive. And I'm definitely not getting Threadrippers. So that's too expensive as well. That could do. I mean, I suppose that's probably what I'm after. Again, my computer not this annoying to actually take apart or do anything to. Yeah, I suppose that would do. It looked nicer than my current one. And things are in a fairly similar location. Worried about how cooling would go on this. Yeah, things are generally in a similar location. Looking at my motherboard. Yeah. Pretty much the kind of same sort of thing, same kind of gap as well. I've got a network card. I can't remember why I've got it in actually. Came with the PC when I bought it second hand, but not a network card, sorry, a sound card. I've got a secondary sound card there. And obviously we'd be putting an M2 in here, which is all important. So that would be awesome. So we'll go installing storage wise, we'll be looking for the Corsair. Again, I'll stick with one company when I'm doing these kind of things. So I would absolutely want to go and max out on this. There you go, and slot that closed again. Absolutely perfect. So now we've got ourselves a significant amount of drive space already. I would still go for a hard drive. At the moment, I've got the Western Digitals, as I said. Obviously, these guys don't seem to have the Western Digitals in here. But that being said, it might be worth me considering another one of these, or another two of these actually. That would be interesting. When I'm thinking about upgradability, I'm thinking about what I'd do in the future. That's probably what I would have. I would have two of these, or even three of these. Probably have three of these. One would be one set of games, one would be my operating systems and programs, one would be games, one would be my Steam lot, and then I'll probably have this as my absolute yeah, could you just open that up please, thank you. I'd have this as my absolute, just backup, pure backup. That's what that would be. Can I not close the drive bay? Please close the drive bay. There is a way to close the drive bay. I know this because I closed the drive bay on mine. No, wrong drive bay. There you go. Yeah, and that's how mine is sort of set up. Wires can actually get around, surprisingly. I can tell you that now. The wires just come straight out of there and just route around here. This gap here, that's where they go through. Let's see. What processor would I stick in? Something... No, processor, I said. I'd have to go for a K. And it would be an i7. At this rate, it would be an i7. And... See, those are really rare. 8080, they're really rare, they are. As far as I know. 8086K. 90, I'd love to have a 9700K, but I feel like I would not be able to. I'd have a look at the prices for this. Well, how much does a 9700K go for? Let's take a look. Intel i7 9700K. Probably about £600, right? No, surprisingly not. I was expecting it to be a lot more expensive than this. So, talking... That's... Yeah, about £400. £400, octa-core. Sort of sits around... I mean, obviously you've got the i9s, but the i9s are all like... Oh, there's an i9 right there. 9900K. Let's find out how much those are. Just out of curiosity. Out of curiosity. i9 9900K. Again, I'm surprised. Less than £500. That would be something I could save up for. Alright, let's assume that I'd be going for an i9. 9900K. That'd be something I'd keep for about 6 or 7 years then. Get for less than £500. 3.6 gigahertz is what it runs at. You'll probably have it clocked to constantly run at something like 4 gigahertz, I'm sure, or 4.5. And just run 8 cores on that. That would be pretty. That'd be pretty awesome. That would. Cooling wise, or RAM wise, actually, at the moment I'm with Team Group, but given I've got a Corsair case, Team Group is what I had when it came with it. Those look ugly. I would probably be looking for Corsair RAM as well. So I'm thinking, what would I go for? At the moment I've got 32 gigabytes of RAM, Team Group one, so I don't think the RAM I've got is in this game, because it is a little old. It looks a little bit like this, but it's gold. Yeah, it does actually look a little bit like these, but they're gold. Yeah, so I would change from that to probably the Dominators, just to match the whole Corsair theme on my computer. So, thinking about it, I would probably go for, if I'm upgrading a computer, upgrading it, let's say, next year, I'm thinking I've got 4 8-sticks at the moment. I'd go for 4 16s. I'd probably go for 4 16s. The question is, what kind of speed can I get out of them? 2400, 2800, 2800. That's probably the fastest I can get. I would like to go for those, but like I said, at the moment I'm running 4 sticks of 8. I need to go for more, given some of the things I do. You know, editing and rendering and stuff like that. It's so much so much better to have more. At the moment I'm running 2133. We've got the Vengeance. Could go for the Vengeance ones. You could, I mean, what do we have on the Vengeance? Oh no, wait, we've got the Dominators here. 3,000 and 3,000. I'd probably be looking for these. So I'd say I'd stick those in. There you go. In there. So I'd have 4 sticks of those. Definitely 4 sticks. So now we've got Corsair. I still don't like the fact that I've got a ROG case. That's alright though. Graphics card wise, at the moment I have one similar to that. It's not the FTW ones, but it's the XC Ultra Gaming. So I've got that. I would probably be looking for a 2080. That's what I would be looking for, a 2080 Ti. Maybe EVGAs. That being said, I suppose because I've got, if I'm going to go for a ROG case, yeah, they don't have, ROG don't have 20 series, do they? No, they do not. Yeah, so Republic of Gamers is out the question. Probably, like I said, looking for a 2080 when I go for it. I won't be going for the gigabyte ones, obviously. That's not what I'm after. I would be looking probably at this one. Probably be looking for that one. That would take a triple slot. In my one, my 2070 takes oh yeah, that also takes a triple slot. Never mind. Yeah, okay. See, I like this. I like this. The fact that it's my own computer, and I'm essentially planning the upgrades to my own computer. Yeah, that sits about. Yeah, that's about bang on how my 2070 sits. So that's not bad. In fact, yeah, same plate like that. Yeah, that's exactly as it sits. Pretty much exactly the same place too. So we got that. Storage wise, we're done. Memory, we're done. Motherboard's done. CPU cooling. At the moment, I've got myself a water block. Not a water block. I've got these AIO ones, the Corsair ones. I'm running the. Oh, neither of those. Which one am I running? I guess my one's too old to show up. I guess my one's too old to show up. Okay, but I am running Corsair ones, and I would be considering running that. Probably this one. That'd be the one I'd then put in if I had to, unless I can use this one. If not, I'd be looking for, and that's something that's not in here. I would be considering looking for the Corsair. The sort of Corsair what do you call it? Water cooling, full water cooling. But since we don't have that at the moment, I am going to put it in as a. I want to see if I can stick a water cooling system in here. It's going to be an interesting one to see. So if I can figure out where I'm going to put water cooling, I would like to put the radiator up there, which is where my Corsair radiator currently is. That's exactly the same place it currently is. Fans are... Yeah, that's pretty much how they... Is that how they are? Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I would probably then... Realistically... And there wouldn't be much... Yeah, that's not going to fit there, is it? I would have... So that would just be basically for my CPU. That's all it would do, just cool my CPU. And I would more than likely install, just for case fans. In fact, I've had my own few Corsair ones, not those. Is it these ones? No. It's definitely not these. Well, I'll just take these, but it's not these ones at all. Certainly not these ones at all. Let's remove this, because this is how we get to these fans. It's nice knowing your own computer. It really is nice knowing your own computer. So yeah, I know how to remove all these things. K Wember, hello there. Unfortunately, I don't speak Russian or any Cyrillic language. I'm assuming that's Russian. I do apologise if it's not. I am going to end the stream fairly soon. All I'm doing is just rebuilding my own computer, pretty much as I'd want to upgrade it. Why have I put a 1? Yeah, that's a 140. That's exactly what I've got. For a second, I thought... Hang on a second. Yeah, that's not how they sit. My ones definitely sit closer than that. My ones definitely sit closer than that. They're almost touching. You see this gap that we have here? I don't have that gap. They literally touch. So that's a bit odd. That's very, very odd. Yeah. Oh well. I mean, it's giving me an idea as to what I want to do. Like I said, so at least I know that everything's going to fit. This is good for planning. I have to say, I've found a real use. I found a real proper use for this game. More than just, just a bit of fun, or for people who don't know much about computers just to learn. I've found an actual use for the game. I would also try and put a 120 down here. See, now, I haven't removed that cover. So I got rid of the drive bay, but I never removed the cover. I didn't know you could remove it. And that might be worth... That being said, I mean, there's so much dust. I'd be trying to pull in... Essentially, I'd be pulling in dust, and I don't want to do that. But that would be really good to add another fan there. I'm just thinking whether it's... If I remove these and replace them with... Can I replace them with 3 120s? I want to check. I think I can. I can replace these with 3 120s. Now, if we look at the airflow of these... 74 and 74 gives us 144. 54.4 times 3 is going to be 163.2. 163.2 over, yeah, that's better. That is a lot better. Now that's something I need to... Oh, no, doesn't work. Hang on a second, that's how mine sit. That's why. Oh, yeah, I just checked mine. I have 2 120s. That's exactly how my one sits. So what I would be doing is I would want to get rid of those, and I'd need to replace them with 2 140s. So my 2 are currently sitting just like that. Okay, that explains everything. I forgot there were 120s on the front. I thought there were 140s. Right. That's probably something I should get on to replacing soon. They don't cost that much. If I can replace those... Yeah, if I can replace those fairly soon, that would be helpful. Increase the airflow going through my computer. Although that being said, again, I need to make sure I've got the... I've got to make sure I've got the right exit. I mean, I've definitely got a 140 on the back. Actually, I don't know anymore now. I've got to check. And I've got the 2 120s. That's interesting. I've got the 2 120s up there on the CPU block. I don't have that one there. So at the moment, I've got 2 like that. I've got that. And 2 120s there. That one's not there. I've only got 1 SSD in there. I've got the hard drive in there. I've got 2070 in there. RM850 in there. 32 gigabytes of RAM. Not this motherboard. I've got a Z87 chipset. Z87 chipset. I've got the 4770K i7, not this i9, and I've got a drive, DVD drive there, which, it's kind of... I mean, the thing is, I could pop a full-size radiator on that and drop the DVD drive to the bottom. At the moment, it's there. I could drop it down there. So I'll tell you what, I'm going to remove that. I'm going to see if, just per chance, can I just about fit a bigger radiator here. I mean, I'm assuming Corsair's one should also fit here. If these fit, Corsair's one should fit. It does. Alright, so that's the plan. That's going to be my plan. Is to add in the radiator, add in a triple fan radiator. That's the plan. Right, got it. Like I said, I'm just using the end of this stream. I'm talking, but I know there aren't many people watching, so I'm just using the end of this stream to plan my own upgrades. As and when I can afford them, i.e. maybe in a year, year and a half's time. Also, my ones, these are slightly different at the top. Actually, no, they're exactly like that. I can't actually see it right now. It's hidden behind my computer. Okay, so we've got that. Now, we need a CPU block. Now, I'm just going to go for one of these. Obviously, I'd have a Corsair one going on. But I want to go for a... Oh, these are all LGA 2060. No, yeah, 1151's gone there. Yeah, okay. I panicked for a second. Could we put an RGB one on? I mean, that... I like the idea of RGB. Yeah, I like that idea. Yeah, that would look nice. So a Corsair one would fit quite nicely there. Simple RGB on that. Don't need a water-cooled GPU. We're going to have all these connectors and everything. Forget the coolant right now. You need to work out the reservoir. Probably will have a... Well, it'd always be an RGB reservoir. Now, where do I stick the reservoir? Aha. That's not ideal. That's not where I want the reservoir at all. I do not want the reservoir there. I would much rather have the... Right, okay. Can I have the reservoir at the bottom? Can I somehow stick the reservoir on here? No. Apparently not. What if I put that panel back on? Can I sit it on that panel? This is going to give me concern now. Because where do I then put my reservoir? No, not there either. That's the only place it's accepting it. Why would you only accept it up there? Is there nowhere else I could put a reservoir on this case? Alright, let's put the reservoir there for now. That would mean I can't have a DVD drive. And though I know they're not used much, it's still quite important for me to have that. Okay. Now, it would probably have black fittings on it. So, I tend to want black fittings. Would do that. Right. I don't want that. I don't want... How do I get... I would want solid tubing. How do I do that? Pipes. I don't want flexible. Clear rigid pipe. Yes, I'd want clear rigid pipe. Yeah, I guess that would be sort of what I want. Yeah, that... Okay. This is nice. Yes. I'd want that like that. I'll probably push that in a bit. There. That's sort of... Actually, not quite. I'd probably add... yeah, okay. That's probably what I would have. It's not straight, is it? No, that is straight. Okay, yeah. That's how I would have that one. Accept that. Yep, that's how I would have that. I'm going to put these connectors. KWB. Yeah, I'd probably have connectors on these. Okay, well, apparently it doesn't want that. That would go back there. Again, not exactly how I would have this. That's it. It's putting the connectors in. Thank you. I'd want it... Right, this is difficult. This is difficult to do, this is. Bring that across. And... Can I bring that... No, no. I want to remove... Right, yeah, I want to remove that corner and I want to bring that down there. That's it. That's sort of... That's, yeah, like that. And I don't want it to be... Okay, this is interesting. It's roughly what I want, but it's not quite. Yeah, I'd want one coming down like that, but then I would probably want one that was... I don't want it to come out. I want it to straighten. Yeah, I want one that's going to straighten up. However, that needs to straighten up, and then probably end up doing that. I mean, I know you're supposed to have minimum bends and all of that stuff, but to try and get this correct, I would probably need to do something along these lines to actually get this how I want it. Or I could run it up the top and across and then down. That's a good idea, actually. So lift you up. Lift you up, lift you up. Yeah, I could run it up the top, out and across. So we'll go across here. There, straighten that. That's now we're thinking correctly. Okay, so that's probably fairly small. There, that's it. Straight out of that, we're gonna have a bend. Then this one goes... Grab you... No, grab... Okay, well, we'll just do that then. Yeah, don't worry about that. You're going to move outwards. Because you're going to be in... Essentially, you're going to end up in line... I suppose you can't go all the way in line. But we'll bring you back then. Yeah, don't worry about that. There we go. Like that. Okay. And then you will come back down. Okay, not quite the way I wanted it. But I'll manage this. Essentially, I don't want that. Okay, well, let's just take that as a potential one. Okay. Why have we even got those? I don't know why I've picked those. I really should have just picked these. These ones here. That's what I wanted. So I've really messed this one up. We'll do it again. And now you are going to have all sorts of problems. Because I didn't think this one through. Yeah, I haven't thought this one through, have I? It needs to be taken down. Okay. Okay, hold on. You're going Right, I want you to go to the back then. Okay, let's do this. You go to the back. So, you go there. That's good, okay. Now, we'll do the same sort of idea with yours. So we'll have yours... No, not like that. Going out to a similar length that this one is, just for sort of, just to make it look right. And then you're going to no, actually you shouldn't go out to a similar length. You should be there. Yeah, you should just start from there, go there, and then that bend should be pretty much... Can I do a straight one there? Yep, I can do a straight pipe like that. And will this be okay to go there? There it is. That will do. That will do very nicely. And we'll accept that. And now we can do that last one again. Although this time it should be a lot easier, because we've just had sort of an epiphany as to where and how this needs to be. So what we need to do first is we need to ensure that this goes out to the right place, and then also we need to make sure that it goes across to the right place. Like that. I mean, the angle on this is horrible, honestly. The angle on this is genuinely horrible. But if you have a look at that and then go, we'll create one that goes out like that, and then like that. That should be... That's a decent cooling loop, I think. Yeah, I think that could be half decent. It's not the greatest looking loop, but it is fairly... That's fairly alright. Right, coolant. We'll go for... Let's go for... what colour coolant should we go for? Just to check it out. I would probably go for clear coolant, to be completely honest. But I might actually think about going for something like blue coolant. Yeah, something like that. Right. I feel like that's everything connected. Let's cable it all up. And this is where we end. Yeah, this is pretty much where we're going to end. So, with all this being connected, again, this is not... This is messy. My cabling is definitely neater than this. I can tell you that already. My computer's far neater. As a matter of fact, on Instagram I do have a picture of my computer when I was doing some upgrades, and you can see just how neatly connected things are. It's not like this. They immediately disappear in the back as best as they possibly can, and then they just come out. So even this one, we get it disappearing and then just pops out at the bottom. Nothing more than that. I mean, these ones aren't bad. This is pretty realistic, this part. And again, that's pretty realistic. We get it through these gaps. We pretty much bring it through that. I pretty much bring it through that. Over that side, I don't have a fan header on this, unfortunately, at this point in time. There's no Corsair link cable or anything. That's everything. All right. Well, let's have a gander and see what happens. Put that in, and I want to obviously install the coolant. This is where things are always a little bit dodgy. Reservoir's filled. Right, there we go. It's filling up. Wait for the air bubbles. then that's filled. Okay, let's switch off the lights and see just what this looks like once it's powered up. And I've just disconnected everything. Well done. I hate that button in this game. I really do. Anyway, hopefully any of those who are watching this stream enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It's nice for me to be able to see what my computer could potentially, I say potentially do. Where's the RGB on this? Oh, it's there. Okay. No OS found, of course. There you go, start again. Right, let's start putting all these things back on. How does it look when the side panel? Yeah, see, that's not how it looks. I have to say. No, actually, I want to put the dust cover back on first. Right, there should be a dust cover. There we go. There's a dust filter for the front, followed by the front panel, which is a little push panel. This one has a back case. Now, again, I have to say, this is not how it looks. Mine is so much bright. This is not even how mine is far brighter right now. And like I said, I have an LED lighting strip down the bottom and top as well, which at the moment seems to be stuck on green. Right, let's have a look. 3D Mark. Let's put on. I'm not even going to overclock this in this episode or this video. Let's just put these on anyway. There we go, and we'll now restart the computer. And you see how quickly it restarts. Whoa. Okay, clearly this has gone a bit mental. Corsair, why have you gone mental with... Corsair, what are you doing? Okay, first of all, select all lights and turn them to white. Okay, all lights are now white. Now, what would I do to these? I would... Wow, those just don't look great in this. 2080, I would probably make that a nice bluey colour. That's what I've got right now on mine. Yeah, I'll do... that's pretty accurate to what I've got, although mine is a lot brighter. The Corsair ones, I would not have them in the rainbow. I would probably have them... What's flash? No, I wouldn't have them flashing. I'd probably have them breathing with a... Maybe a red. Perhaps. That just doesn't look that good. It's not going the way I want it to go. And these ones I would probably have as... Yeah, I'd probably leave them as white, but they seem to be very... That's more like the white colour I'd want. Reservoir as well, just whiten that up. The computer does not look as great as I'd want it to, but that is currently my computer. Well, actually, that's not currently my computer, that's my case, but what I might potentially want to do to the computer. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on PC Building Simulator if you want it. Leave a comment in the comments box below letting me know what you think. Don't forget to support me on Patreon. Link is in the description below. And also on social media. Also, link in the description below. I'm going to start picking up parts for this computer now and seeing how much things are going to cost. At least I know I can keep my power supply. And probably keep some of my fans. So, we'll have to have a look. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time on stream.